And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, as we promised, as special guest. So, I'm not
Okay.
gonna say much. How about you introduce yourself, my good sir?
Definitely. First of all, I'm really happy and excited to be here today.
That's amazing.
I am Mahmoud,
Mhm.
Fulbright alumnus, a teacher of English, and I've got a master's degree in English language and linguistics from University of Baghdad.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
So like that, that's nice. So we prepared a couple questions for you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, they're quite a lot, so I'm gonna be enjoying asking you because I'm pretty sure you're gonna be spitting gems out there.
Of course.
So now to begin with,
Mhm.
we would like you to share with us your journey and motivation behind applying for the Fulbright program.
Okay, first of all, I want to say something. Fulbright is like, let's say, a general term because, it implies a lot of scholarships under the same name. So I have
Okay.
to define mine so that, to be specific about the program activities and the other initiatives that the program is concerned with. So mine is called Fulbright T, like T for Teaching Excellence and Achievement Program.
All right.
It's 6 weeks for teachers of English
Mhm.
to go to the US to explore cultural, professional experience for 6 weeks. So that hasn't been easy actually. I want to apply for a master's degree, in the first place. However, I couldn't because certain family issues prevented me from going there and spending 2 years. That's too long.
Yeah, sure.
But at the same time, I have this passion to meet people from different cultures, to
Yeah.
enjoy life, explore new perspectives, and that's why I always have an eye on Fulbright. When I see the logo, the name Fulbright, I feel, oh, there's
Yeah.
something
Well,
catchy there.
yeah, it is bright.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then I saw a post on Facebook.
Okay.
It was this for teachers of English, definitely me, and 6 weeks. Okay, this is perfect. So
Alright.
I applied, and I got a call from the Fulbright team while I was in a lecture studying a master's degree in Baghdad.
Wow.
I was really happy and excited.
Okay.
Although my excitement, didn't last long because COVID struck, so we
Yeah.
had to wait.
Yeah.
Like from 2019, I applied, and then I traveled in 2020. But it's worth the wait.
All right, that's amazing. So, what was the application process like for you, and what tips would you give others considering applying?
Well, considering the application process, it's really competitive and rigorous. So applicants have to be careful about searching themselves first. They have
Okay.
to search what's unique about them. You have
Oh,
to find what unique about them. What can an applicant do to stand out among others?
exactly.
Yeah, and then they have to go through the process, apply early, and read the essay questions carefully so that they could answer them in a genuine way, because this will lead them to the first stage or the second one probably, which is the interview phase.
All right.
Yeah, so I would advise them to read well and have a notebook with them wherever they go,
All right.
so that they can write the things that they want to do.
Okay.
And I always call it, put in your mind this golden triangle means, what have you got here? Why do you want to apply?
Mhm.
What are you going to do there?
Okay.
And whenever you turn back, what are you going to do at home?
Oh.
So these are really important factors that I worked on, and
Yeah.
I succeeded and passed the interview, and
Well, that's
definitely
amazing.
the application process.
Okay, so now could you describe your experience during your time as a Fulbright student, and what were some, let's say, of highlights or memorable moments that you would like to share?
Well, let's say that my experience has been the best in my whole life.
Okay.
I enjoy the culture,
Mhm.
meeting people from different cultural backgrounds, different ways of understanding, so that
Uh-huh.
you have to understand the difference, deal with it, and accept it. Because everyone is unique in his or her own way.
Okay.
So the program was really unique because it's not about the teaching and a professional growth as well, it's personal as well.
Uh-huh.
You go with educators to the markets, to museums, to explore American culture, have an idea what's live there. Also, there is some sort inside the university, not only academic sessions.
Okay.
There's international potluck where students or applicants or fellows have to cook their own traditional meals. So I
Oh,
have to
nice.
learn that I made a call with my wife so that and learn to cook a traditional meal because I'm not a good chef.
Yeah.
Although she treated me as a top chef, but things went well.
All right. So, how did like participating in the Fulbright program contribute to your personal and professional growth? I mean, for me personally, I would like to know, like, how would that help me on my, let's say, professional and personal growth?
Okay. Starting with the personal, growth. Whenever you participate there, you are going to, let's say, realize your full potential. You're going
Okay.
to connect with people from different backgrounds,
Uh-huh.
communicate with them, create a network, not only of educators but of a family as well.
Okay.
So this will help you develop and see things that are different from your cultures and
Mm-hmm.
accept them as at the same time because uh, maybe the way of eating is different from yours or the way they view things are different from yours. So this helped me a lot to realize myself and the others in front of me.
Yeah.
On the professional level, I felt that I was able to get out of my comfort zone.
All
So
right.
once I finished like the scholarship and fellowship, then I went back. I started to connect with teachers, not only in my hometown but also globally, and make teacher training workshops. I also had another initiative for students, which I call it University Bridge, where I sometimes, at institutes, I gather university students to, let's say, present communication skills,
Mm-hmm.
English, general English, so that I can support them to develop these skills because it's really important to communicate and also to choose the major that fits their, let's say, qualifications and their ambitions.
Okay. See, let's go back to the personal, let's say, personal growth or the personal level of the program. See, when I did my research, I noticed that I don't want to say it in Arabic, but they really, really want to emphasize the cultural differences and how you can merge, and just like you mentioned it, it seems like it is actually a thing, like the differences between the cultures and all that and the way it merges. So,
Yeah.
like when you were there, like this is a question from me to you.
Yeah.
When you were there, like how long did it take you to like be fully merged in with other people? And let's say to cross the boundaries and barriers.
Probably it's I can never, let's say, 100% guarantee that I crossed all the barriers so that I can, but from maybe from the first week I could communicate comfortably, especially with the fellows as well.
Okay.
We started communicating and talking and sharing stories about our own culture, the
Amazing.
way they live there, the way they, let's say, have celebrations, wedding
All
celebrations,
right.
other things. So that and also about the American culture as well. It's really, let's say, diverse.
Okay.
So you can never expect people, let's say, behave differently. Like you can expect people to behave differently in certain context. So
Okay.
you have to deal with that. For example, people when like they open a door, they keep it open for you so that you can enter. You have to
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
them. It would be rude that to say, okay, you close the door and you pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are many other things. For example, a car. You can never just wave to a car just like what we do here.
Uh-huh.
Like there is like a bus stop. You have to wait, and the bus will come at a certain time.
Yeah.
So many other issues actually I faced, but I could say I was really able to emerge in the culture because
Mm-hmm.
of, I think, the movies that I watched, the series that I
Yeah,
watched.
true.
So
That could
yeah,
help. Yeah.
I can say that
So
I'm familiar
now
with that.
you said issues that you faced. So jumping to the next question,
Uh-huh.
which talks about challenges that you had to face.
Yeah.
Now, could we like shed light a little bit on the challenges that you had to encounter during your experience? Okay, yeah, as a Fulbright participant, and how did you overcome them?
Well, actually, food was a challenge because you have to find the right food for you because you got used to a certain type of
Sure.
food,
Yeah.
and that's why that was a challenge. Also, like homesickness. I am away of my wife and two kids, and they're really young, so
Yeah.
it's really hard for me. It was the first experience.
Okay.
Food. I had a what part of the program there is called like a friendship family. like one of the families that host you, so that they can show you the way around and the American culture.
Yeah, sure.
So Miss Collins is a great person, and I'm really, let's say, happy I'm still in contact with her despite the program has.
Well, if she's listening, big shout out to you.
Yeah, she will definitely listen to this program because she's probably sleeping now because the time difference. Which I felt.
Of course.
Yeah.
So
this was like difficult, but how did I overcome these challenges? By, let's say, being adaptive, because I know myself, I'm pretty adaptive person to the environment. So, and also I received support from educators and my fellows as well.
Well, that's amazing. You know what they say, without support, there's actually not much you can do, right?
Definitely, yeah.
So in what ways did your cultural understanding and perspective evolve as a result of your time abroad through the Fulbright program?
Well, actually, in many ways. But I, in order not to be long, I will choose one like specific story. Like part of the program, there is some sort of called school observation.
Okay.
So I mean, it helped me evolve in that sometimes you don't agree with people with what they think.
True.
But you have to support you have to support them anyway, whether you agree with them or not.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that if you don't agree with them, you hide things from them or you deny what they think. Okay, this is what you think. I respect that. Good luck with that. Yeah, but I would never deny or hide what you say just because I don't agree with you. So I remember that one of the U.S. educators, she wasn't happy that students sometimes use the phone to call their parents while they're in class, or there are also pockets for the phones there. So she was not quite happy with that. Okay. And we talked about this issue. But then she realized that there is a policy against phones at school.
Okay.
I was amazed with what she did. She didn't deny. She didn't hide the policy. Okay. She told the student, like publicly in front of them, like while I was listening, she said that there is a policy against the phones. You should have a voice in that. I was really amazed because she didn't like the idea of using the phone, but at the same time, she encouraged them to have a voice, not to keep silent because, so at the same, she prepared them. She told them ahead so that they are prepared.
Yeah.
And she didn't hide that. Although she is kind of against, let's say using the phone inside the class. Yeah. So this is, one of the stories that affected me actually.
That's amazing. So can you tell us about any research project or studies you conducted while on your Fulbright grant?
Well, I wouldn't call them, let's say, research, but one of them is an article about freedom in education, which I really liked. You just, let's say, promote students to think critically, share ideas, have some sort of dialogues, debate. This will agitate and promote their critical thinking so that they would be able to collaborate and support one another, and this would definitely be an opportunity for self-development. So freedom in education is really important. The other thing is that we as fellows, we were divided to work on is called digital storytelling. Okay. Is that every 4 participants work on a digital story, that they write the script and they make a video about things that they like. For example, about the program, about life there, about cultural differences, so that they can show to the others why through pictures and events. So this is a great idea, not only to help students to speak English, but also you can promote other things like, for example, cultural understanding, peace, and cultural differences. So this is actually what I liked about these: freedom in education and digital storytelling.
That's amazing. Now, how did you engage with the local community or the academic institution during your Fulbright experience?
Well, with the local community, there were many activities like step dance, basketball games we attended. Yeah.
Well, you said that you're tall, so you probably did play basketball, right?
Well, I didn't play, but I actually, just like watched, because the teams, professional teams, were playing in the inside the campus. Yeah. And also there are other activities like are outside the town and campus, like museum. Natural History Museum, and the beach. We went to the beach as well. So as educators, fellows, and even friendship families. So we enjoyed our time there very much. Concerning and of course we go to markets. And also Walmart. The first time for me, I went with my friendship family.
Okay.
So I explored all these activities outside. Inside, definitely, there were many schools that we visited. For example, technical high school and the way they,
Nice.
the schools operate. The schools, high schools as well, in many different districts, and engage with teachers. How do they, let's say, teach, and different ways of teaching and teaching methodologies that we encountered. And also we co-taught with the teachers. I mean, I and my fellows and we co-taught with teachers, and we shared experiences, and also we shared our culture with them.
Yeah, see that. I mean, that's really amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
So now, beside the triangle that you talked about, okay, and the advice that you said let's put it like in 2 words, maybe, be prepared.
Be prepared, yeah.
Now, what other advice would you give to future Fulbright programs, applicants, or participants?
First, for applicants, don't sleep and don't rest until you get it. This is like,
so, hold on.
work hard.
Okay, so let's explain that.
Yeah.
Do you mean that in the literal meaning? Like, don't sleep and don't rest? Or do you mean like work extra hard?
This is the idea. Work extra hard so that you can, because, you have to, let's say, market yourself. You have to show yourself. You have to show yourself on, let's say, papers before attending the interview. Because how are you going to be invited to the interview?
Exactly.
Unless you show, not, always show, not tell. How are you going to do things? How are you going to connect with people? What are you going to do there? This is really important. This is the first step towards success.
Okay.
And for the Fulbright, let's say, participants or future upcoming participant, I definitely wish them very luck, and spend every moment there, enjoy every moment, because these are unforgettable moments. Take pictures, enjoy with people, connect with the community, learn more, grab resources so that you can bring them home, make videos there to inspire others here, whether teachers and students. See, I could get it. So definitely you could you could
also,
as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So finally, how has your experience with the Fulbright program influenced your career trajectory or future goals?
Well, actually, it influenced and had an impact on my career and future goals in many ways. As I told you in the beginning, I have got a master's degree in English language and linguistics. So having this grab, or let's say this cultural aspect there, encouraged me to pursue a PhD in the future, inshallah, and I'm working on that in the United States about cross-cultural pragmatics. Why? Yeah, this is really important because it promotes understanding and help people be good communicators to avoid misunderstanding and misinterpretation, and definitely they are going to appreciate norms of the society, like politeness strategies or cooperative principles or many other social norms.
That's amazing. Well, I think that wraps it up, and I wish that I had like at least 10 more questions so I can keep it up with you. I've been really enjoying the time. It's really amazing to have you here, Mahmoud.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy and glad to be here today, and I wish that I could provide some insights for future Fulbrighters to apply for the program, and I'm definitely there if they need any help or support.
Your advice that you gave throughout this interview, I think they're just more than enough. And me, myself, a guy who doesn't have even that in mind, now I do have it in mind because of you.
Okay, of course. Yeah, that's my pleasure.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine. Thank you so much.